Hello, and welcome to an unexpected vlog, I suppose I'm doing. So, I'm doing a readathon. Hi, Editing Bean here. So this started off as I was going to do a readathon for 48 hours, so I was going to try to read for 24 hours of that. That's not what it turned into. What this video has turned into is the first in what is going to be a series of videos, as Instagram picks what I read, and I try for about the equivalent of 24 hours. As of this exact moment that I have finished this video, this part 1 video, I have read for 8 hours. 8 hours and 5 minutes, if you want to be exact. And that's in this video. So, the first 8 hours are here. The next video will include the next couple hours. That's what this turned into. So when I talk about it being a 24 and 48, scratch that, ignore that. This is 24 hours over the course of however long it takes me to read for 24 hours of Instagram picking my books. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled video. I'm doing basically kind of a 24 and 48 readathon. The main reason being is because I have an infection in my foot, which means I'm not supposed to be walking right now, so I have confined myself to a couch. I have a stack of books. I'm going to have my iPad as well, and I'm going to spend the next while, because I am also, according to my doctor, I'm not allowed to go to work tomorrow either. So I will be working on reading books and doing some more writing. So I guess this is just my intro to that. By the time this goes up, it'll be a little late anyways for me to announce this. I will be doing polls and stuff on my Instagram to decide what books to read. My Instagram it's just semantics. But yeah, so I guess I'll show you a couple of the books that I'm going to be trying to read. The first couple though, and sorry you're moving right now, but my Kindle right here, my Kindle, it's got all my stickers. If you ever want a Kindle tour, let me know. I have a Paperwhite. It's pretty old. It's a little beat up. I have a couple books. I have several NetGalley books that I need to read. I have just started the Neverwhere Bookstore, I believe it's called. I've just started the Nevermore Bookstore, I'm sorry, by Kerrigan Byrne and Cynthia St. Aubin. I have a couple books that I've started that I haven't finished, and I have a couple others that I would like to get to. So I'm going to go through those really quick. I'm going to plug this back in because it's kind of dying. And while my Kindle charges, I'll show you some of the books that I got. Well, not got, but the books that I have to finish. As a little update, I have decided I'm DNFing The Thin Man. I don't like the book nearly as much as I love the TV or the movies. So this book I'm no longer reading. I just don't like how it flows. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I guess it's probably also because it's like 1930s. Yeah, 1933 is when this was first copyright. So it's an old book, and it reads old, and I knew it was going to read old, but I still don't like the style of it. So we're not continuing, we're not finishing this one. I tried. I got a couple chapters in. You saw me reading that in another vlog, so yes, this one I am DNFing, so I'm going to take it back to the library. Next, I am still reading We Could Be So Good by Cat Sebastian, which is unfortunate because I really like it. It's so cute. This is such a wholesome, adorable story. I'm absolutely loving it, and I just haven't finished it, which I need to do. Next one that I've started, I actually started the audiobook for, but I have read 2 of the 3 stories in the second Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Fright story. So I only have 1 story left, so I might just listen to that a little bit later. 1 story left, so yep, I'm almost done. I kind of wish I had finished it yesterday while I was doing stuff, but that's okay. So I have 1 chapter, basically 1 chapter left of this. It's from page 165 to 250, so it's under 100 pages. Shouldn't take me too long. And these, I am loving these. I did not expect to have an emotional response to either of the stories in this book. Like, I was not prepared to have an emotional connection to a middle grade horror short story. I was connected. I was invested in these stories, and I needed a moment. Otherwise, I'd binge it, but I needed a moment after that second one. Oh, all right. I think it was also I listened to the first one and then right away the second one, and oh, they just hit hard. They hit hard in a good way. Like, very well done. I'm happy with these. It's not 5 stars, no, but it's still, I really like it. So that was a little spiel I went on this one, I guess. My bad. I also still have Red Tigress by Emily Wenzel that I really want to read. This is high up on my list. This is the sequel to Blood Heir, which I read a couple years ago. 2 years ago, I think. And the third book in the conclusion to the series is out. I do have it, so I should just finish the series. That would make sense. I've also just put up a poll on my Instagram for a trio of thrillers, picking one of these. So I've got The Last Word. All of these are book of the month. The Last Word, which is our main character writes a negative review on a book, and the author basically gets revenge, is the sound of it. Or gets really creepy about it. The next one, She Started It by Sion Gilbert. This is about a girl getting revenge on four girls from school on a deserted island, basically. Sounds intense and full of drama. And then the third one is a book I borrowed from Callie, and that's A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. I don't actually know what this one's about. Oh, this is about missing girls. This is about 6 missing girls, and then 20 years later, main character's getting married, and she sees the same pattern re-emerging. So that sounds really dramatic and really intriguing. I would love to read all of these, so I might end up doing that. We'll see. They're not on my TBR, but that's okay. I also have other arcs that well, not arcs anymore. They've basically come out now. But I'm 30 pages into the Nevermore bookstore. I also want to read Love Quest by Camilla Isley and The Only Purple House in Town by Anna Guire. I also have Molly Malloy and The Angel of Death. And I am almost halfway through Can't Spell Treason Without Tea, which I've been working on for way too long. And I really need to just finish that book. But basically, there's a whole bunch of books. Again, like I said, I'm going to be putting up polls on Instagram if anyone pays attention to my Instagram, which very few people do. But that's okay. Feel free, go check it out. Even check it out afterwards. I might continue using that because it's kind of fun. So, yes. But I also have another T.O. Fallon book if I need something to just be mindless for. But that's where I'm at right now. I do also have a set of short stories, a couple sets of short stories that I'm working through. I have a thriller one, and I just finished a romance one. So that's my update right now. It's a lot of talking, a lot of books. But I think I'm going to read a little bit on my Kindle for a little while. My phone just has the Kindle app, but I prefer to read on the Kindle itself. So yeah, I've got a Monkey D. Luffy shirt on. This is one of my lounging shirts that I got. So I'm excited, and I'm going to pull up. I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to try and do this 24 and 48. I'll cut this part out if I don't use it. But we're going to go to clock. We're going to go to stopwatch. And we're going to start, and we're going to do 24 and 48. See how it goes. Like 24 hours within 48 hours is how I'm going to do it. So let's go. Cool. All right. I'm 24% of the way through Nevermore Bookstore. I have mixed feelings, partially because it's just kind of all over the place a little bit, which is very realistic to a point, but some of these conversations I have questions about, and some of the I don't read, I guess, a lot of romance, maybe is why it's weird to me, but I have questions, I'm curious, I will keep reading it. It's definitely Grumpy Sunshine. He's our main female character has inherited a bookstore from her aunt who passed away and is basically constantly in danger of losing it. There is some very excellent disability rep in this book for several characters, which is really cool. Our main male character lives in the woods as a hermit because he's cut himself off from humanity because of something in his past we don't know about. But he orders books from her store every week, and it's like their weekly phone calls that they've basically fallen in love with each other, and he's like, I can't date anyone, and she's very confused by this, and he's being kind of creepy. And I get that that's like a vibe and stuff. He is being a creep. And unfortunately for me, he's not sexy enough for it to, like, in a book come across as good. He comes across as very, like, domineering, almost, like, possessive. I don't know. It's interesting, but someone just called another guy Hot Hagrid, so I'm a little confused by this as well. There's a lot of things going on. I think this is a supernatural book. I'm pretty sure it is, but I don't remember, honestly. It might even be in the title for all I know. I'm actually going to look that up and see if it's supernatural really quickly because I really want to know. I don't know. I don't remember. But what I will say is that with the cover, I expected this to be a bit more cozy romance. It's not. It's a hot, kink-positive, morally gray, grumpy sunshine romance. Okay, which is fine. I have no problems with any of those. He is very morally gray. I can tell you that. This makes sense now. Maybe it's not supernatural. Maybe I just heard somewhere it was. I don't remember, but I have mixed feelings on this. Just something about it gives me weird vibes. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know. Hopefully soon. It says I have 2 hours and 46 minutes left as far as my reading speed goes, which seems about right. I've been reading for 42 minutes, 40 seconds, and 86 milliseconds. So there, we're going to continue reading now, and I'll let you know when I finish. Or when I get halfway through, we'll see. I will say, there's a particular line right near the beginning, our male main character, Fox's first chapter, no, second chapter, I think, actually, technically, and I kind of stopped taking it seriously at this point, because it just, I actually laughed out loud, and also when she got hot, there's a couple points in here that are just so cringy, and not in like, a good way. We'll see. Alright, no, can't do it. I can't do it. I got like 40% of the way through that book. There's so much potential there, and it is not realized, unfortunately, like at all. It's so cringy at times. I really couldn't. So unfortunately I'm DNFing, which is a terrible way to start off this vlog. But I'm at, what am I at for my clock? I'm at 1 hour 25. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it took me that long to read. Oh gosh, it was like 150 pages or so that I read. Yeah, not fan. So let's go to Instagram. I put up a whole thing for my, for what book I should read next. I'm reading a thriller next, and so it's gonna be, I gave them 3 choices of the 3 thrillers that I was talking about before. These 3, and the most was Flicker in the Dark. So we're gonna read a story about teenagers getting kidnapped. This is good because this is actually a book that was lent to me by Callie, so I need to, I'd like to get it back to her because she has a whole list of books that she's going to be lending to me. But I can only take a couple of hers at a time. So, we're going to move on to this one. Hopefully it does better than that one. I will be writing up a review. I did get this book actually from NetGalley as well, so I will need to write that up at some point. So, yes. All right. I might actually do that now, and then I will read this one next, because I don't really need to think about why I DNF'd it. So, all right, let's go write a review, and then we're gonna start A Flicker in the Dark. All right, it's now 7 o'clock, which actually I don't know that I told you what time I started this, but I am, where did my timer go? I am an hour and 35 minutes into my readathon. And I'm starting A Flicker in the Dark because that's what Instagram voted. Now there's light coming in through this window. I made dinner. I wrote up a review. I did a little bit of TikToking. And yeah, so I'm gonna get started on this. I actually read a little bit of this while the water was boiling for my noodles because I made mac and cheese because I'm an adult. And I'm 20 pages in. It took me like 5 minutes. This is good, and I'm intrigued so far. I'm not one for, I don't know. I'm a little picky about my thrillers, but I'm also still getting into the genre and figuring out what I do and don't like. So, I'm excited, and we'll see how this goes. All right, it's like an hour later-ish. Ooh, I gotta stop my timer. Shoot. Timer, oh, it is paused. Okay, I am at... Shoot, hold on. I didn't load this up before starting to film. I am at 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 49 seconds. I'm 71 pages into Flicker in the Dark. And I have an idea of what happened. Because we've had a red herring already. Kind of. Yeah. And there's only one way that the story really works in my head. I don't know if it's right, but... that's how it works in my head right now. We'll see. But I'm enjoying it. It's well written. I like the characters. They're all very, very... there's a lot of PTSD going on here. A lot of that. A lot of unhappy, broken people. It's good stuff. It's a good book. I'm notorious for thrillers. I'm very bad because I tend to predict endings based on what makes sense plot-wise in my head. So we'll see, maybe this one will throw me for a loop, but we've only met 3 male characters, and for some reason in my head this is a male unknown suspect. It could be somebody else. We really haven't been introduced to that many people. So I don't know who else it could be, other than the mom. Yeah, I don't know, but yes, so I have my thoughts. We'll see what happens. Okay. I'm gonna actually go watch Samurai Jack with John for a bit, so. Good show, if you've never watched it, you should. It's an old show. Like 90s cartoons, 90s Cartoon Network show, but it was fun, so. Alright, I might do a little bit of reading of short stories while we're doing that, we'll see. But for now, okay, bye. Hello, it is the next morning. I'm going to do my medication for my infections, and then have breakfast, and then we're gonna get back to reading. I'm 70 pages into A Flicker in the Dark. I have my predictions. I'm hoping to be wrong, mostly because I feel bad when I do predict it, but we'll see how it goes. I will let you guys know, and I will be reading again shortly. Might listen to an audiobook actually while I make breakfast. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook of Five Nights at Freddy's so I can finish off that short book, be traumatized, you know, as you do, drink my coffee, and yes, that'll be that. All right, I didn't do any of that. I did some brainstorming for one of my books instead. So now we're gonna pick up this book and we're gonna read. Oops! Let's get some reading done, because I am intrigued by this. I really am. This has basically turned into, instead of the 24 and 48, this has turned into Instagram Picks My Reads. Because Instagram picked this one, and Instagram will be picking the next book that I read as well. So, including the genre. So we'll see how that goes. So head over to my Instagram. I'll be doing this once in a while. And hopefully posting again. I finished it. It was good. I understand why people are why people love it. I'm gonna give it, I think, a 4 out of 5. This is Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. I probably will read something else by her, I guess. There's a couple things I'm still struggling with. Like the fiance. I struggle with him a little bit. His purpose. I don't know. It just, some of the things aren't quite adding up for me, I guess. Which is why I can't give it a 5. It was very good. That ending was a roller coaster and a half, which was great. Enjoyed that. Didn't answer all of my questions, but my prediction was semi-right. I guessed who it was. I guessed most of what happened. I missed one part, which is fair, and I'm okay with missing one part. Yeah, 4 out of 5. It was good. Highly recommend. Alright, let's move on to the next one, once I get a new battery in the camera. Alright, I did another poll on Instagram, this one for romance and fantasy, because that was the tied, basically, genres. They both got the same number of votes, and so I did basically romantasy, which I hate saying romantasy, but it's romance and fantasy. So I have Magical Midlife Madness by K.F. Breene. This is the first book in a series, and I'm actually already started this one. Then I've got Dance of the Burning Sea by E.J. Mello. This is the second book in the Muse Sai trilogy. Sorry, I read the first one. I really, really liked it. This one has pirates, so I'm intrigued. Then I also have A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. Got this one because this one is actually, I keep forgetting, but it's actually very similar to one of the books that I've been working on for years, but I'm really excited. It sounds absolutely adorable. And then I also got I also have The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon. This Undertakers is really what I know. But those are the 4 books that anyone can pick. So again, I don't know why I'm saying this here, but yes, so that's, can pick any of those books for my next read. Alright, I should have predicted this, but I'm going to be reading Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. I'm curious to see how she does this. It's a longer book than I thought it was, honestly. I don't know why. It's over 300 pages. There's also a sequel, which is kind of fun. It's 363 pages. So I'm just picking long books now. So yeah, maybe I'll do a short book next, or I'll do a manga or something. I don't know, but we're gonna start this one. Yay! 3rd book of the readathon. Ow, I keep hitting myself in the head. I need to stop doing that. Alright, let's go get set up in a different room because it's warm in these, and I don't want to open the windows because it's hot outside. Alright, it is now, what time is it? It's like 10 o'clock almost. Yeah, 9:56 p.m. And I just finished A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, and this book is so goddamn cute. I don't have a rating for it yet because I need to think about it for a little while, but oh my gosh, it's so cute. I loved it. I really loved this story. It's very wordy. She's a very wordy writer, which is fine. I am too. And I don't mind it. You get like basically everything that's happening. But basically this follows 2 characters. Muriel Spark is a witch who has been prophesized to be like the next great in her family. And she's basically, she's only very good at nature magic is all that she really excels at, which is not good enough for her family. And they're very like, well, you need to be better at everything else. And she's like, well, I'm good at nature. And they're like, that's sad. That doesn't matter. And she is baking one day, and at a spell gone wrong, she accidentally summons a demon. She's trying to summon flour, and she accidentally summons a demon, whose name, I cannot say it, Ozroth the Ruthless. And basically now he's bound to her until he gets her soul in an exchange. It's so cute, and basically she's like, no, I'm not giving you my soul. And he's like, well, you're stuck with me until you give me your soul. And so he just follows her around all the time. And it's grumpy sunshine, it's forced proximity, it's, oh my gosh, fake dating. It's so cute. As of right now, it's giving like a 5 stars, probably 4.5, 5 star. It's so cute. It was so good. I really loved this book. I did see that there's a sequel. I don't know if it needs a sequel. I like how it ended. I enjoyed that ending. And unless this new story is about her friend witch, who is kind of awesome, then no, I'm good. This is a great story. I think it's a great standalone. I don't think it is, but yes. This is so good, guys. I don't know what I'm picking up next. So this 24 and 48 hour vlog has turned into just a 24-hour vlog. I'm gonna do, well, not 24 hours in total, but it's 24 hours of reading, and how many books can I read in 24 hours of reading. I am going back to work tomorrow. I did not get 24 hours of reading in. I got 7 hours and 56 minutes of reading in, and I read 3 books. Well, 2.5. I technically DNF'd one at the halfway point, but I'm at 7 hours and 56 minutes and 53 seconds. It flashes when it's not going. It's just what it does. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna read next, but oh my gosh, that was so cute. I think I'm gonna do another Instagram poll overnight. Try and figure out what I'm gonna read next. So, oh my gosh, guys, it was so freaking cute. If you haven't added this to your TBR and you like cute, witchy modern romances, it's so good. I loved it. All right, I'm gonna stop because I'm just gonna talk good things about this book, but it's also because I literally just finished it. But we're gonna go finish. We have 2 episodes of Samurai Jack left, and we've finished rewatching it, and then have snackies, and then it's bedtime. So, all right, that's what I got for you guys. All right, I'll talk to you later. I don't know, probably tomorrow. I don't know what I'm reading yet. Okay, bye. Editing Bean again. Yeah, I didn't read anything today. On Thursdays, Callie and I actually get together and we do writing, planning, and stuff. So yes, I did not read anything, but I am concluding this vlog here. It's already almost half an hour, so it's a good length vlog. I will be continuing this. I did read a little bit of a horror short story last night. I have a series of short stories that I'm reading off of NetGalley right now called Thriller. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So in this vlog, I managed to read 2 books, 2 full books, and then 1 half book. So I think that actually went really well. I'm pretty happy with that. I read over 700 pages. I don't know the exact number. But yeah, so I would call that a success. And that's going to complete this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, please. We would really appreciate it. It helps us so much when you guys do. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading. Bye!